Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, July 16th. I am just finishing up meal prepping. I'm just about to make my breakfast for the day. It's like 9:45. So basically today I just want to give you guys a full day of eating. It is a high fat day for me, and so I figured it would be a good opportunity for me to kind of just show you guys what I eat on a higher fat day. So I just want to give a disclaimer out there right now that these are my numbers. The macros that I'm using are specifically used for me. They're not going to work for you. Everyone's different, and this is actually my second week, or this is starting my third week of my reverse diet. So my macros are increasing slowly to make sure I don't put on too much body fat after my cut. So if you guys have any questions on what a reverse diet is, go ahead and comment below and I can make a video on that. But basically, I checked in with my coach yesterday and she gave me some new ranges for these next couple weeks. I'm just updating her every 2 weeks until the end of July, and then I'll be on my own. So what she did, sorry, it's really hot in here. I just got done cooking and it's like a sauna. So what she did, she gave me ranges. So my ranges for protein are 160 to 170 grams, or 160 to 180 grams per day. My carbs are, on a high fat day, they're gonna be around 150. And then my fats are gonna be between 60 and 70 grams. So that's on a high fat day. On my other days, it's the same for protein, and then it's 155 to 175, I believe, for protein, and then 45 to 55 grams for fat. So that's kind of an idea of what I am eating currently. So I'm going to take you through this full day of eating. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to comment below, but I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to start off with some breakfast. I'm going to make a healthier version of an Egg McMuffin, so stay tuned. Okay, so these are the current ingredients I'm using. I'm going to use these turkey sausage patties. I'm just going to use one of them. For 2 patties though, it's 8 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of protein, so really not too bad if you're looking for a lower fat meat. Obviously turkey is going to be better than the regular sausage patties. Got my egg here. I'm just going to use 1 egg this morning, and then I got these light 100 calorie multigrain English muffins. So they are 25 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fiber, which I love, 1 gram of fat, and 5 grams of protein. So I'm going to cook this up and I will show you guys when it's all done.
We don't have to worry about nothing, 'cause we got the fire and we burning one hell of a something. They're gonna see us from outer space, light it up like we're the stars of the universe.
Alright guys, here's the final product. I actually did half of the English muffin with some cinnamon, Splenda, just like half a packet, and then I did some butter spray on there to make it a little sweeter. Alright guys, so that meal is about 20 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of fat. It's about 300 calories, and I'm about to eat that, and then stay tuned for my next meal. Now, just about 12:30, I'm about to make meal number 2. I can't remember if I told you already or not, but today is my rest day, so I'm kind of just spreading out my calories throughout the day rather than having a big pre and post-workout meal. So I typically have my higher fat days on my rest days, and then higher carbs and lower fats on the rest of my days where I have my lift, so that I can manage my carbohydrate intake specifically around my training to get the best results. So I am going to make my barbecue quesadillas. I'm actually going to use turkey instead of chicken, so I'll use 99.1 lean ground turkey, and I will kind of take you guys through that, and then I will show you when it's all finished. On Instagram, you know that these Joseph's pita bread are my absolute favorite. They are, I honestly think they taste so good. This entire wrap is 16 grams of carbs, so these calories are for half the serving, but 16 grams of carbs for one entire wrap, 8 grams of fiber, 12 grams of protein, and only 3 grams of fat. So it is a great option if you want to make a burrito, wraps, quesadillas, chips, anything. I think they taste amazing, so I'm going to use that. Some light mozzarella cheese from Trader Joe's, Laughing Cow cheese wedge. There's my ground turkey. I have these from Trader Joe's as well. These are actually really good and super useful. They're just chopped up peppers that are frozen, and they're really convenient, and they're only like $1.99 for the entire bag at Trader Joe's. Then, of course, I will top it with my sugar-free G-Hughes barbecue sauce. And yeah, so this is only 2 grams of carbs per serving, so I would probably use 2 to 3 tablespoons, so it'll be 2 to 3 carbs.
Human race, when the lights turn down, they don't know.
So here's my quesadilla before I cook it. So I have 4 ounces of ground turkey that was already cooked, 100 grams of the peppers that I sauteed in the pan, and then 3 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 1 Laughing Cow cheese wedge, and 1.5 ounces of that mozzarella cheese.
What they heard, shut the march, play it loud, giving love to the world.
So the quesadilla is just about done cooking. The macros for the quesadilla are 47 protein, 24 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat, and it comes out to be about 377 calories for this meal. I am going to throw in 1 sugar-free Jell-O orange, which is just 1 gram of protein, so about 5 calories. And then I'll probably just have my water on the side. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will show a video of the quesadilla when it's all chopped up or cut up and looks delicious.
Sing our hands, shining up to the sky, 'cause we got the fire. Yeah, we got the fire. And we're gonna let it burn. We're gonna let it burn. Gonna let it burn. We're gonna let it burn. We don't wanna leave. No, we just wanna be right now.
This is definitely one of my higher calorie meals for the day. I do have an RX bar on the side. I love the chocolate sea salt flavor. These are a great option for a snack. So, whoa, what's wrong in here? So for 1 bar, it's 9 grams of fat, 24 grams of carbs with 6 grams of fiber, and 12 grams of protein. And then for my other half, I did a pita. I cut it in half. I toasted each side on the stove, and then I topped it with 100 grams of banana and about 20 grams of the almond butter that you saw, and then also a little bit of spray butter, cinnamon, and stevia. I did just want to touch on one thing from my last meal. So I did throw in a protein bar today. I haven't been adding them into my meals a ton, especially the last probably month or two, just because they weren't beneficial for how many calories I was eating, and they weren't necessarily filling me up unless I was in a huge rush and just needed something super quick. I really wouldn't throw in a protein bar. But now that my calories are getting a little higher, I'm able to throw them in and still feel satisfied and full. So I'm actually really excited because I love myself a good protein bar, especially Quest bars. RX bars, Fit Crunch bars, and Power Crunch bars are also very good. But yeah, so I'll probably start adding those in every once in a while now, just throwing them in if I need them or for convenience sake. So just want to let you guys know that I don't always throw them in there, but now that I have the extra calories, they are an option to add back into my meals. It is now about 5:15. I'm about to make meal number 4. It's definitely a volume meal. I made it last night and it was so good, so I'm gonna make it again and share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoy. So the base of this meal is going to be pasta zero, so it's only 4 grams of carbs for this entire serving, which is pretty awesome. I originally wasn't a huge fan of the texture because it's kind of, it's very different than regular pasta, but honestly for the macros, it's pretty good, and especially with everything I put in it. So I have the peppers from earlier, only 50 grams of peppers. I'll probably do about a cup of spinach. I'll take 5 to 10 of these grape tomatoes and cut them up. And then I just have a little bit of these sugar snap peas left, so I figured I might as well just throw them in there too. I have some leftover zucchini and chicken from my meal prep today, so I'm just going to toss that in there for some protein and just a few extra carbs. I have this to top it all off with. This stuff is delicious. I got it from Walmart, but I saw it at Trader Joe's too. So for one serving, which is huge, it's 125 grams, I'll probably only end up using 75 to 100 grams for this dish. It's 2 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 2 grams of protein. And then, of course, I gotta top it off with my Laughing Cow cheese wedge because these things are big.
Right now, and what we see is everybody's on the floor acting crazy, getting local till the lights out. Music song, I'm waking up. We stop the fire, then we burn it up. When it's over now, we got the love. There's no secret.
My beautiful meal number 4. It looks so good, guys. I cannot wait to eat this. So this meal, like I said, is more of a volume meal. So for this entire serving, it's 33 grams of protein, only 22 carbs, and only 4 grams of fat. So it's only 250 calories. It's a great option, especially if you're dieting. These noodles are wonderful. So I'd basically been laying in my bed all day and vlogging and eating, so I figured that since it was my rest day, I'd just go on a light walk. And honestly, this is one of the things that I will truly miss about living in the city. I absolutely love walking around my neighborhood, walking around to the different parks, and just exploring the streets. And it's just given me a new love for walking around and enjoying my time and doing something, so I'm not just staying around in my apartment, which I did a lot in the winter because I didn't want to go outside. I live in Lincoln Park, so for those of you that know, Lincoln Park has quite a bit of money. I don't, but some of the architecture is just absolutely amazing. So I'll try and get a video of a couple different of the cool buildings. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. Currently walking, then I'm gonna go home and make my final meal for the night.
What they heard, something much below, giving love to the world. Hope we raising our hands, shining up to the sky. 'Cause we got the fire. Yeah, we got the fire. And we gonna let it burn. We gonna let it burn.
I just got back from my walk. It was the perfect night for a walk outside. It was absolutely gorgeous. Not too hot, not too cold, which is exactly how I like it, and it was a great end to my weekend. My last meal, I'm going to close out this vlog right now, but my last meal is going to be some protein waffles with some nut butter and then some mini M&Ms on top. I will put the macros on the screen when I share the recipe with you guys, but I did want to give you my totals for the day. So I ended up with about 1,760 calories to finish off my day today, which is within my range of 1,700 to 1,800. It's about 100 to 200 calories up from where I finished my cut. So slowly increasing calories. I haven't been really hungry today. I ended up having about 5 larger meals, which just happened to work with my schedule. Sometimes I change it up and I'll do 6 smaller meals. Sometimes I'll do 4 bigger meals. It just all depends on how my food fits into my day. I did end up having, so my total macros were 159 grams of protein, 149 grams of carbs, and 59 grams of fat. Again, if you go back to the beginning of the video, I gave you like my daily ranges. So the reason I'm doing ranges right now is because I told my coach that I kind of wanted a more flexible reverse. I didn't want it to be super strict. And honestly, it's been super helpful. It's been so much easier for me to track and not stress about what I'm eating or how, like, hitting specific numbers. And hitting within that range, it allows me to be a little more flexible with it, even more flexible than I would normally be on a daily basis. So I've really enjoyed that part of the reverse diet. I do plan to continue tracking for a couple weeks longer, adding in an intuitive eating day once a week, probably on the weekends. But yeah, so that's a kind of an update on my reverse diet. You will see my last meal for the day in just a minute, but make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment below. But you can also check out my website for any online training programs, and follow me on Instagram at meganj.fit. So I will talk to you guys later, and
We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. In your eyes, turn down. They don't know what they want.
so my waffle batter is just 1 scoop of the PE Science Select Cookies and Cream Protein, 1 egg, a little bit of baking powder, and then cashew milk for consistency. Alright, so I finished it off with some mini M&Ms, 50 grams of blueberries, some whipped topping, and PB2 along with some Walden Farms maple syrup.